What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're making the ultimate Ukrainian snack, Kanapki. During the holiday seasons, this little bag magically appeared and you would have this little paper in there and you look and there is Kielbasa from the Ukrainian store, and everybody would be sneaking away hiding this little bag. These two sausages right here, this is the Polish sausage and this is the Eastern European sausage that we have to go to the Ukrainian store. As always, the ingredient list is below in the description. The market for us is to go get our fix of our Ukrainian, European foods. We love seeing like the locals there. We get to like, you know, speak Ukrainian with them. I'm gonna start by cutting our baguette and toasting it. You don't have to toast it, but I like the way it tastes, like a little bit crunchy. So what you're gonna do, you can either cut it this way, long ways, or you can cut it like this. Yeah, we definitely wanna toast this little bread. We're just gonna cut the entire baguette up and then we're gonna put it on our pan, toast it up at 350 for about 5 minutes. If your bread is a little stale, you can add a little bit of oil onto it, or you just toast it up like this. All right, and this piece right here is for me. We're gonna grab our cookie sheet and we're gonna place it on top of our cookie sheet and then we're gonna bake it at 350 for about 5 minutes. Just kind of watch it, make sure it's not overly crispy. You just want it just a little toasted. And we're not gonna put oil on our bread, we're just gonna toast it up real quick. The bread is really fresh, you don't need oil. Whenever you have like a little more stale bread, you can put oil on it just to crisp it even more up. This is like one of the other big things that Ukrainians love to make on any kind of holiday. It's like the easiest little app. This is pretty much, I have stuff in my mouth. This is pretty much our appetizer. All right, I'm gonna put this in the oven for 5 minutes. Okay, we're making our spread. We're gonna prep all of our stuff for our spread. First, I'm gonna chop up some dill. We just need about 1 to 2 tablespoons of dill. It's a super strong flavor, so you really don't want too much. And then I'm just gonna keep a little bit just to garnish the top of the Kanapki. Cream cheese, we're gonna place it in the bowl. The cream cheese doesn't have to be super soft. You can just take it straight out of the fridge if you like. We're just gonna dump it right in here. And then we're gonna take our 2 tablespoons of our mayo and dump it right in here. And we're gonna grate our garlic right into our bowl. Get all that garlic. I love garlic. Garlic is what makes this whole thing yummier. Watch your fingers, watch your fingers. All right, let's just get all this garlic. Look at this garlic right here, look at that, look at that. Get all that garlic. And then let's dump our dill in here. We're mashing this all together. You can use a fork, you can use a spoon. I'm just gonna use this fork, just kind of like mash it together. If you want, you can throw in a mixer in here, your hand mixer if you like. I'm just gonna do it old school way, the way we used to do it. It smells so good. It smells like, brings me back the good old memories. The good old days, making all these yummy Kanapki, like hundreds of them for weddings, events. All right, it looks pretty good. You don't have to go crazy. It doesn't have to be like perfectly mixed, but just make sure it's like mixed together where it's more spread. It's like spreadable. Our spread is all good, ready to go. I'm just gonna set it to the side. This is when you know it's the real deal, when it has this on it, right here, right here. This is real kielbasa right here, you guys. This is standard on all of European sausages. It's just a a paper casing, and you're gonna wanna take this off of your sausage, your kielbasa, because you're gonna be chewing on that sucker for a while. So we're gonna take it off and just prep our kielbasa for our kanapki. We're gonna cut about a third of it up into like thin slices. And then we also purchased ones from the European market it's a Polish kielbasa, and it's already pre-cut, and it's delicious as well for our kanapki. I'm gonna cut this up pretty thin. You don't want thick slices on your kanapki. You wanna have them a little thin. And if you have a deli slicer at home, that's a bonus. I have a deli slicer here. My mom has the deli slicer, but I'm not about to clean that thing. Too much work to clean it. This is like a salami that you can literally eat any time of the day. This is something that the Ukrainians will be eating with some sweet tea. Like, that's so weird, but I'm telling you, the combination, it works, it works. Or they get, what do they get? They get cheese and put honey on it. What the fuck is that? But it's good, it's delicious, it's really good. The baguette itself creates about, if you cut them up at 1 inch, creates about 30 slices. We need about 8 slices of each of the kielbasa, and then I'm gonna cut it in half because our baguettes are pretty tiny. I'm just gonna cut it right in half, and then I'm gonna cut this one as well in half. I'm just gonna set this to the side. We're also gonna need a cucumber, so I'm gonna do similar thing. I'm gonna cut it in thin slices. You kind of want everything pretty thin because it just will make the baguette stay together, the kanapki stay together better. And it also makes things like a little bit dainty and super delicate. So you want all your like your stuff on your kanapki very thin. I'm gonna cut these in half as well. Right about there. Go, and I'm just gonna set everything to the side, just prep all of my ingredients, and then before I start putting the spread on the kanapki. And then I also have extra dill for just garnish. We're gonna make things a little cuter. All right, so let me grab my bread, and we're gonna start putting this bread on it. Our one kanapki stuff is prepped. Now we're gonna prep the second one. So we're gonna grab our onion. I'm just gonna clean it up real quick. We're just gonna cut this down the middle, and then we're gonna cut it again in half. This is the important part. You're gonna take the heart of the onion out. We're gonna grab these. You're gonna push this down, and we're gonna make sure that it's very thin because this is for garnish. We're trying to make our kanapki very delicate and beautiful. All right, look how thin these are right here. This is how thin you want them. There you go. I'm just gonna keep going to get just like a handful. And that heart of an onion, you can just use it for your eggs in the morning or in a soup. Usually any kind of leftover ingredients we have, we'll just either freeze them, and then whenever we're ready, we'll use them up. Okay, I think we're good. Ooh, I love smoked salmon. Usually we have homemade smoked salmon, but didn't have any this time. All right, and I'm just gonna cut this right in half, like this. And that's pretty much it. And then the pieces are gonna come out pretty small. So we just want thin little pieces like this, and we're just gonna put them right onto the kanapka like that. All right, so let me grab my bread and my spread for the assembling. I'm literally in sandwich factory mode. So I'm gonna assemble this little sandwiches, these kanapki. When you have a lot of people, this is like the easiest thing you can make, and people love it. It's just a full-on sandwich factory. I'm putting about 2 teaspoons of the spread onto the bread. You're just gonna spread it over. You kind of want a pretty good amount on there just to get that flavor. Here. In our community, usually when we're making these all together, we're usually making these all together. So whenever one person already put the cream on there, the next one's putting on the kielbasa on there, and the next one's putting on the little garnish. It's literally a factory, you guys. It's no joke. It's a factory. My mom will be proud. I'm making these for myself and and showing these to you guys. Usually you'll have some left over. Usually what I do is I'll take it all out and I'll put it into a container. I'll either freeze it or I'll use it within that week and just put it on another piece of, you know, baguette. Now we're gonna start our assembly. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our Polish Kielbasa. We're gonna place it onto our little breads. Go. And that's why I cut this kielbasa in half, because it fits just perfectly onto the piece of toast, the bread. I'm gonna grab our European kielbasa that I cut in half as well. So it's actually more of a salami. I don't know why I keep saying kielbasa. It's salami. No, yummy salami. My OCD's kicking in. Shoot. Right. We're gonna grab our cucumber. We're gonna place it right on top as well. Oh, these are so delicious. I can't wait to dig in. I know these are gonna be good. Like, I know they're gonna be good. Just saying. And then we're gonna grab our dill just for garnish. I'll just grab like a little bunch, and I'll just place it like this, just a little bit. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to do this part, but I'm just gonna be a girly girl, make it look pretty. Half of them are done, and now we're gonna start with the salmon, the other half. I think I'm gonna cut this one more time in half. I think these pieces are kind of a little too big. I'm just gonna cut it in half, because then I can actually add more on top. If they're too small, I'll add more, because you kind of can't estimate how big the pieces are going to be, because each salmon piece is different. So kind of want to, so what we're going to do is just going to grab a piece of salmon like this, and then that. Yeah, these are perfect. And I love a lot of salmon, so I'm just going to place them on there like that. Salmon just makes things so much prettier. I just love salmon on sandwiches. And then once we add our onion on there, I think a purple onion would have been prettier on here as well. Okay, these pieces are just perfect in the middle. Look at that. Ta-da! Yeah, I'm gonna be eating that right now, And I'm just gonna grab a couple onions and just place them. This is why you want them thin like this. So you want them to look really delicate and beautiful. And I'm gonna place some green onions on top of them as well. The best is to create your sandwiches right before your party so they don't get soggy and stale. You don't want that, you know. This is so yummy. You want them to be fresh. I'm gonna chop these up really lightly as well, thinly as well. I'm just gonna grab that. And you mostly just want the green part of the onion. You don't want the white part. It's just for garnish, and make sure these are thin as well. A pinch and just sprinkle on them like that. Nothing too crazy. People are going to be like, who are you? We're ready to plate our amazing Kanapki. You can plate it on pretty much anything. You can plate it on one of these. It's like a little bit of a longer dish and have multiple ones. Or you can plate it on a little round plate, my beautiful round plate. Because usually at weddings, they have these like round tables, and they have like these little tiny little plates, and they pack the Kanapki on top of the plates, and then they like stack them like almost like in a circle. Kind of cute. But today I'm just gonna put it on this. I'm just gonna be a little bougie, and I'm gonna plate it on this beautiful cheese board that I have here, and just make it look pretty. What we're gonna do, we're just gonna grab our sandwiches, and we're just gonna make them look cute. Plate them. I guess what you can call this is a Ukrainian charcuterie board, because the charcuterie boards have been popping off. This is what we're gonna call this. Yep, Ukrainian charcuterie board. Salmon sandwiches. We're gonna grab our salmon sandwiches, and we're gonna plate them as well. Make them look cute. Who do you think I am? A professional chef. Just kidding, just kidding. Ollie, which one do you want mommy to try first? Which one? This one? Yeah? Okay, mama try this one first. All right, guys. This one? Okay, we're gonna try this one, you guys. Are you ready? Crunchy, a little bit soft. You get a little garlic, a little dill. That salmon though, you can't go wrong with salmon. Okay. You wanna lick? You can lick it. Okay, we can. Did you like that? Let's try the one with the kielbasa and the salami. It almost tastes like a banh mi sandwich. It's so good. You can't go wrong with the sandwich. Ollie, you can't have that. Ollie, buddy, mama said no. Let's take the salmon off. So yummy. So yummy, mommy, thank you. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and make sure you like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you guys at our next video.